Hello everyone and welcome to the December Lynx Pix top 5 video games. Now again, the games I pick are either new in development or recently released. They're not all currently released. And I apologize that this month's episode is a little bit late. So nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed the December episode, and I promise that January Lynx Pix will be a lot earlier. So let's jump right into it. So our first game is Tales from the Borderlands. Now I was super excited when I heard that this game was going to get released because I'm originally a fan of Borderlands 1 and 2, the two games developed by Gearbox Software, but they finally teamed up with Telltale Games, which as you know made Walking Dead. They recently released Wolf Among Us as their two titles. There's rumors of a Game of Thrones game coming out by Telltales, but I'm not sure if that's true or it's going to be later in development. But this game is definitely under development, and it's definitely going to come out in 2014 as a pretty good estimate for it. As you can see, Gearbox is known for using their cel shading style of gameplay and graphics, but ironically also Telltale is known for their cel shading style. So the two have combined and decided to make this awesome point and click adventure with their storytelling of the Borderlands story. Actually tells from the Borderlands, so it's gonna be pretty awesome. From that one clip you could see that the villain from Borderlands 2 is gonna be there. He was Handsome Jack, and pretty bad villain actually, and I'm excited to see what they're gonna come out with for this game, and the plot is probably gonna be awesome. Alright, next game is Rise, Son of Rome. Now this game is an exclusive Xbox One game. It is not released for any other system, not PC, nothing else, but Xbox One. It's developed by Crytek and the publisher is Microsoft. It originally released in November 22nd of this year, and I've heard amazing things about it. I personally have not played it, but a friend of mine played it, and the second he got it, he played it all straight through, the whole entire story campaign, and I heard really good things about it. This is a gladiator type of story of revenge, where basically the main character gets screwed over and he goes on this revenge strike. His family gets killed and he goes to take revenge on Rome, and he goes against these political figures, but first he tries to go undercover and get close to them and figure out how he's gonna basically attack them, because those Roman politicians are so well protected. This story is very close to the Spartacus TV show. It was pretty good. As you can see, the playstyle, it has slow motion scene captures, which slow down when you're about to make one of the moves, and you could see clearly how the move connects, and it's pretty cool because I've seen some of those in other games and they've been really cool to watch. Slow motion scenes. Besides that, it's hack and bash. You try to kill all these soldiers. I'm not sure if it's a little bit like God of War. Personally, it feels a little bit like that because you take on hordes of these people that you're supposed to kill. Basically, hordes of AI things you have to kill. There's some really cool mini games in this. As you can see, the arrow being shot. And long range weapons. I've heard there's really fun weapons in this. Shields, spikes, maces, the full gladiator outfit, and they tried to really reenact the gladiator time period to set Rise in, and the graphics are really amazing. I can't see why anybody wouldn't like this game if you like games like, again, God of War, any hack and slash adventure type of game. There is a online mode to it, and personally I don't know what it's like, but you guys should try it out and leave some comments about it. Tell us if you liked the game or didn't like Rise. The next game is one of my favorites. It is Towerfall Ascension. Now, this game didn't come out yet, but it originally came out on Ouya the first version of this game, I would say, which was just called Towerfall. And I played on Ouya all the time with a bunch of friends. On Ouya it was 4-player, and this new one it's also 4 players, but they have new characters, new co-op modes, they have new maps, and the maps were always really awesome. Now this game is very competitive. You're definitely gonna want to beat your friends up in this, because this is one of the most competitive games I've ever played on Ouya, and you get 5 lives, and you have to collect your arrows when you shoot them, so you can't endlessly shoot arrows out. They get stuck and you have to go back and get your arrow, but then you're putting your character in risk of getting shot by another player. So if you're really strategic, you wait around at certain spots, and you could also jump on their head, which is like an instant kill. So this game is definitely worth checking out. It's on PS4 and PC, and it's going to be out next year. The next game is a personal favorite of mine. It's Thief, and the publisher is Square Enix, which made me squeal a lot because I love Square Enix things. The developer is Eidos Montreal. The consoles that this game is going to be available for is PC, PS3, PS4, 360, and Xbox One. And the release dates are North America is going to be February 25th next year. In Australia it's February 27th next year, and in Europe it's February 28th, 2014. Now this is a single player game, RPG, action RPG I would actually call it, because take the role of this thief, and his town is being basically harassed by this really corrupt government of the rich versus the poor, and the poor always get screwed over, of course. In many ways, this game reminds me of Dishonored, which was one of my favorite games ever, because you get to basically hide around, crawl around, use weapons and powers, but the main theme was to sneak around. And originally, I saw this type of gameplay in Prince of Persia, where you would have to sneak around and get to your objectives, and there was many different ways to get to one objective. Like you had to capture somebody, you could either kill them, or you could actually bring them back and interrogate them. Now Thief, it looks like a really big town map that you get to explore. There's going to be a lot of houses there that you could go into, you could explore. It's a bit like Sandbox, but I wouldn't go so far as to call it Sandbox, because you still have like these specific objectives you have to do and go to. But the storyline looks amazing. The Thief games have always been really good, and this game looks like they really outdone themselves. So it's worth checking out. Definitely worth playing this game. The world looks really amazing and beautiful graphics, and definitely worth a try.
Until now.
Now the last Lynx Pix, number 5, is the Novelist. Now the Novelist is an interesting game because it puts you at the perspective of this entity, this ghost-like figure, which none of the characters can interact with or see, but they kind of feel your presence. And in this game, what's really amazing is that the choices you make actually affect the gameplay. You can either really hurt or really help this family. And this family is emotionally wrecked. They're like separated, they're not really talking, they're depressed. And you're this entity who tries to fix things, who tries to bring them closer together again. And this way of storytelling is just beautiful because it really strikes with the character and how they emotionally feel. There's the kid, the mother, and the father, and you're trying to figure out what happened. How did they all grow so far apart? And as this ghost, you're trying to help them, or you could actually hurt them depending on your choices. And this game is also available right now on Steam or the Humble Bundle store. It's an explorer adventure type game, mostly explorer. I wouldn't really call it adventure because you're still in this house. You're locked in this house as an entity. And this game will be available on PC or Mac, and it's definitely worth a try. It's the kind of game that goes under your radar, and if you try it, you don't expect it to be so good, but it is, and I definitely recommend it. Now, you guys gotta go out there and try it, because this indie game is amazing. Definitely play it and tell me what you think in the comments if you did try it or are gonna try it. I look forward to your comments, and thank you for watching Lynx Pix for December. And of course, I'm always trying to improve this segment, the show, Noob Dagger, and I would love your comments. Tell me what you guys like about it. Tell me how much more info you want about Lynx Pix games, and if I should go into detail about anything specific, if I should omit things. I definitely want to improve this show, and I need you guys to help me. And thanks again for watching on Noob Dagger, and I'll see you next month.